Hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. So, as you've read by the title of this video is going to be a bit more personal, sharing with you and clarifying just the type of gamer that I am. Because I still get quite a few comments from time to time asking me why I play certain games or why I play certain games in certain ways, based off the gameplay shown in my videos. Well, one part of that has to do with, well, the title of this video. I am a PVE gamer, not a PvP one. I prefer co-op and player versus AI. I prefer in my action video games to play against NPCs, AI, and bots. And I know what I'm about to say is going to be greatly confusing for some people, because for most people it's the other way around. I know for a lot of gamers, they find killing other players online, fighting other players online to be more enjoyable, to be more fun, to be more intense, to be more exciting, and that is video games for them. Multiplayer is the antithesis, the emphasis of video games for a lot of people. Battling other people online, beating other people online, winning against other people online, killing other people online. Outside of a few multiplayer video games that are exceptions for me, for the most part, I don't find multiplayer PvP, fighting, killing, and winning against other players fun or satisfying. You see, when it comes to PvP, when it comes to player versus player, I know that when I kill someone else online, I'm making their day worse, because that's how I feel when I get killed in multiplayer. My fun is taken away. Oh, I died. There goes my kill streak. Now I have to wait for the respawn timer. I lost any weapons or items or power-ups I may have picked up. And I know when I kill someone else online, when I kill someone else in multiplayer, I'm doing the same thing to them. I'm making their gaming experience worse. And I don't want to do that. I want to have fun, not have my fun taken away, and I don't want to take away other people's fun. That's essentially how I feel playing multiplayer games when I die in multiplayer games. Fun is being taken away, and when I kill someone else in multiplayer, I'm taking away their fun. And that's not fun. Taking away someone else's fun isn't fun, unless you're an evil, selfish bastard. I know there are a lot of gamers who really like competitive, really love the satisfaction of beating another human being who may or may not be better at the game than them. But the fact that it's another human being behind that avatar that I'm shooting or slashing at, I don't find it fun. I don't find it entertaining. I don't find it enjoyable outside of a very few specific games. Those being Rainbow Six Siege and Titanfall 2. The multiplayer in Rainbow Six Siege is remarkably intense, and everyone, no matter your skill level, is for the most part on the same playing field, with the extremely low, almost realistic time to kill. Rainbow Six Siege's multiplayer rewards patience, tactics, and skill, and not just an itchy trigger finger, which is why I appreciate and still play Rainbow Six Siege multiplayer. Whereas with Titanfall 2 is just fun to play, man. The gameplay is just so fun, just so well polished, that even if I'm getting my ass kicked in a PvP match, I can still enjoy just the visual spectacle. The explosions, the lasers, the parkour, the jetpacks. I can put up with Titanfall 2's PvP because of the visual spectacle. On top of that, Titanfall 2 just has a simply excellent and addicting progression system. But yeah, outside of those exceptions, if there's an option to play with bots, I'm gonna play with bots. If I can play with bots over players, I'm gonna take it. If the game has some sort of co-op mode or survival horde mode, I'm gonna be playing that over the PvP. To me, slaughtering hordes of enemies is so much more fun. Taking down a massive boss battle is more satisfying. It's also just way more immersive and engaging, because I know there isn't another human being controlling my AI combatants. So it makes the enemies, the AI, the bots, feel like they're a part of the game world. I find that more engaging, I find that more interesting, immersive, just fun. Overall, just a lot more fun. And also, can we all just admit that we have those days where we just don't want to put up with other people? You've had a rough day, you just want to play a video game, you want to play the video game, you want to play the game you enjoy. Unfortunately, that game happens to be multiplayer. This game you really like the gameplay, but on top of having a bad day, you start having bad matches in the multiplayer, and you start encountering toxic players, so it makes your bad day even worse. Whereas in playing PvE, in playing co-op, and playing against bots, there's a much higher chance you will not run into any toxic players, that you just don't have to put up with garbage human beings for the day. You can just play and enjoy the video game you wanted to play and enjoy. And that's my philosophy. That's my thoughts and feelings towards PvE and PvP multiplayer video games. I prefer PvE. I will always prefer PvE. I will always play PvE over PvP. And quite frankly, I've adopted the policy to not buy and support multiplayer only games, PvP only games. I have so many people telling me, oh, Gamertron, you gotta play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, you gotta play Dead by Daylight, you gotta play Lawbreakers. I'm sorry to say, it's not happening. I am not giving those games my money. I am not giving a PvP only multiplayer game my money. I can't support that business model. I can't support that type of game because I've been burned by that type of game before with the original Titanfall. I still love the original Titanfall, but that game has an expiration date. When you are a multiplayer only game, when you are a PvP only game with no PvE and no bots and no single player whatsoever, your game has an expiration date. Is anyone going to be playing that multiplayer only game 5 years, 10 years from now? You see, I look at all my video games as long-term investments. Every video game I buy, every video game I am interested in, I ask myself, I look at the game, I research the game to see, will I be able to play this game 5 or 10 years from now? Does it have single player? Does it have co-op? Does it have PvE? Does it have bots? PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has none of these things. Dead by Daylight has none of these things. Lawbreakers has none of these things. So, as much as I want to play all these games, because I genuinely want to play those games, I can't support that type of game. I can't support that business model. I cannot support multiplayer only, PvP only. I cannot support video games with an expiration date. In my opinion, video games should never have an expiration date. That just devalues all the work, all the effort put into the art assets, the game design, the actual development of the game. What's the point of developing this game? What's the point of making this game that the developers are crafting? This game being this developer's legacy. You want your legacy to be, oh, you made a game that no one can play 5 or 10 years from now. You made a real good game. Shame no one can play it. It still staggers me to this day that the original Titanfall has not had bots added, that bots have not been added, that there's no way to play the game offline. Eventually, someday soon, Titanfall 1, the original Titanfall, is going to be unplayable. Someone's going to buy and try to play Titanfall 5 or 10 years from now, and there's going to be nothing outside of the tutorial. Once you're done the tutorial, there's nothing else for you to do, because all the other content is locked behind PvP. It's locked behind a player gate. You need other players to experience the content. I personally find that to be utter bullshit, which is why I can't support, I will not buy, I will not play multiplayer only, PvP only games. I simply can't in good conscience do it. I can't support a video game with a policy, with a business model of an expiration date that sometime down the line, this game will be unplayable because there won't be enough people playing it. Which is why it confuses me to hell and back again why people call Evolve a dead game, Battleborn a dead game, For Honor a dead game. Those games can't die. They have single player, they have co-op, they have PvE, they have bots. I can still play all the content in Evolve, no problem whatsoever. I can play Battleborn whenever I want and make progress in it and still unlock stuff. Same thing goes with For Honor. I don't even play For Honor PvP. I've been playing For Honor since day one and I barely touched PvP. I've mostly played the game as a player versus AI, player versus bots experience. Because that's what I find fun. That's where I see value. It's why Overwatch pisses me off so much, because Overwatch is a genuinely good game with genuinely good gameplay, but I hate playing the multiplayer in that game, and it pisses me off that they took out the PvE game mode. I was finally truly enjoying Overwatch for the first time in months since I got the game. Been playing Overwatch from day one, and it's just been ups and downs, ups and downs. I have some good matches, I have some bad matches. I'd prefer to play against the bots, but Overwatch doesn't have all of its hero characters playable as bots. You fight the same heroes over and over again in player versus AI. And 1 year later, they still haven't added all the heroes as bots, which is total bullshit, because there are free-to-play games, free-to-play MOBAs and hero shooters that are doing that, and have lower budgets than Overwatch. Zero excuse, Blizzard. I just think Overwatch could be a much better game if it had a single-player campaign or a more permanent PvE experience. To this day, I've still played more Battleborn, more Evolve, and more For Honor than I have Overwatch, because I can play the games whenever I want, at whatever skill level I want. On top of that, I also get to pick the specific maps and game modes I want to play whenever I want. I'm not forced into a multiplayer playlist that's all randomized. Ah, so good. Personalization, customization, something all video games should strive for. Anyways, this video has gone on long enough. I hope you get the gist. I hope we have come to an understanding. I am a PVE gamer. I am not a PvP one. It is why you see in my gameplay so often in my videos me playing on easy mode, or me playing against bots, playing the PvE, playing the co-op, and not playing the multiplayer, or at least not playing the PvP side of the multiplayer. That's just the gamer I am, that's the kind of games I prefer, that's how I prefer to play my games. These are my thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Please, tell me yours in the comment section down below. What do you think of PvE versus PvP gaming and gamers? Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comment section down below. I love reading comments. To get nearly enough comments, please leave a comment. Anyways, this has been a video. I hope you liked the video. If you did indeed like the video in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved in the video. If you hit the like button, if you want to help out and support the channel, then please share this video on social media, Twitter and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, well, there's always Patreon. Anyways, guys, this has been a video, and I'll see you all later.